Hey guys, today I'm filming something quite usual. It's become an habit to record that kind of videos at the end of a month. June has just started, so it's now time to talk about what I loved during May. There were not many things that differed from the past months, but still I was able to find a couple of pieces that I particularly liked the past month. Starting off with a series that I loved watching. I watched it in a matter of like 3 days. It was Fallout. It's a series that is available on Prime Video, and they're like 8 or 9 episodes in the season. I hope that there's going to be a season 2 because season 1 was really fun to watch. If you don't know the Fallout universe, it's basically a dystopian world that has suffered from nuclear bombs. In the series we follow different characters, and I think that this is quite clever to follow different characters and have different points of view. There's a young lady that has grown in a shelter. She avoided all kinds of mean behaviors, and she was isolated from the real world. She's quite interesting and naive in the first place, and she keeps naivety all along the series in some way. There's a knight, a guy who aspires to be a knight. I can't remember the name in English. It's like the Steel Brotherhood, something like that. I'm not very keen of that guy. It's not a character that I like because he's quite dishonest and he's quite vile, even though he has some good sides. It's not my favourite one. There's also a ghoul. We discover who he was before he becomes a ghoul. It seems to be a mean character. However, I think that he's my favourite of them all. He's a brute, but there's a reason why he's become a brute. To be honest, when I started watching the first episode, I was quite unsure about what I was watching, because it starts off with the young lady in the shelter and it settles the storyline, the environment, and the main character. It presents, the main character. But I don't really know how to explain my feeling at the time. I'd say that it starts differently than the game that I played. I've mostly played to Fallout 4, and Fallout 4 starts with a character that you play all along the game, and you are either a mom or a dad, and you are in the 50s, I think, or a society that has a 50s vibe. My god, she's insane. Guess who is bothering me again? She's a brute. This lady is a brute, for sure. In the game, you are quite quickly plunged into the main topic of the game and the darkness and the dystopian vibe, but in the series, it's a bit longer than the game. Lucy, the main character, is not really my favorite one. She's too naive for me. If I were in her situation, I would have become the same person, I guess. God no. That's why the first episode was making me unsure about what would follow. I was pleasantly surprised. I devoured the rest of the episodes in a matter of a couple of days. I really think that the universe of the game is respected. She's now matching the fun wires. Yeah, we can really see as a viewer as an audience that the producers have done a great job. You won't really feel betrayed if you like the games. But on the contrary, if you don't know anything about the games, if you are new to the world of Fallout games, you won't be too lost. I should warn you that it's still a peculiar universe. It won't please everybody. You have to like science fiction and grotesque universes and dystopian ones. Honestly, I've been obsessed with Fallout 4 again, because back in the days, like 2 or 3 years ago, even more further away back in time, I was obsessed with Fallout 4. I almost finished the game, but I couldn't make a choice at the end. I let the game aside for a while, and the series made me want to play the game again. It's been an obsession of mine in the past weeks. I restarted it from the very beginning and I made a lot of progress. I'm like halfway through the game. I'm a huge fan of open worlds and side quests, wandering about. Those games are my favorite games to play too. I'm also a huge fan of The Witcher 3, the Batman Arkham games that are quite like the open worlds type. I'm a big fan of Fallout 4 for his retro music, his dystopian backstory and his dystopian landscapes, and I love the 50s vibes of it. I might be wrong by saying that it's supposed to look like the 50s, but in a better way, as there are machines and stuff, weird devices. I think that, yeah, it's supposed to be 50s related. I've also played 2 Fallout New Vegas a while ago. I've not finished it because I made the game crash and I rage quit. However, the series has made me want to try to play to the game again and dive into the game that I don't know that much. Now, moving on to skincare, there are 3 things that I really use that month. First thing is a sunscreen from the brand La Rosée. It's a French brand that is made in France and it's ocean friendly, I'd say. It's an SPF 50+, protects you from the UVA and UVB. It doesn't leave a white finish on your skin. It's quite invisible, but if you have a greasy skin, it's not really the product that is made for you, as it's quite moisturizing and rich. It leaves a glossy finish that can easily turn into a greasy one. That's why I usually use that with a mattifying powder from Kiko. This was recommended to me by my best friend. I bought that powder a long time ago, but last year I've not really used it that much, apart from the hot days and some days in summer. I've started using it above the sunscreen as it leaves on my skin a glowy finish that during the day evolves towards a greasy finish. So I don't know if it's a great combo and if I'm doing it right, but I've chosen to pair that sunscreen with the mattifying powder from Kiko. And this is specifically the Invisible Touch face fixing powder, leaving a matte finish. It's doing its job. There's no peculiar smell. It's not really pleasant, but it's not disgusting. I'm using the sponge, it's like a sponge, to dab that all over my face. She's playing with my skincare. I started using that combo once I decided and told myself that wearing sunscreen every day was a great idea. If you don't know if you are either a guy or a girl or another gender, it's very important to wear sunscreen every day, even if there's no sun rays or anything. And the powder stays all day long on your face. It doesn't leave a cakey finish, it's quite invisible to the eye. There's a face cream that I loved using the past weeks, and this has been the first wrinkle cream from Avril Cosmetics. It's a French brand. It has the EcoCert label. I apply that cream in the morning before I apply the sunscreen on my face. That's why my face looks very greasy, but I noticed that if I only applied that sunscreen, my face would not be deeply moisturized and hydrated, even though it has apricot oil in it. It does not really moisturize your skin. It does not really moisturize your skin deeply. I've been using that face cream before the sunscreen. It does a great job. I feel like it definitely sinks into your skin well, and my wrinkle here is more faded when I use that cream. I could apply that cream at night, you'd say, but I have a different combo for my evening routine. There's another product that I have almost finished, and this is the lip butter from the Body Shop. Can you even see? This is fragranced with spiced orange. It smells very good. It's vegan, and as you can see, I've really dug into that one. I've been applying it for the past months, so it's long lasting. You don't really need a huge amount of butter to moisturize your lips. I usually apply the product before sleeping, and in the morning my lips are all moisturized and hydrated. It does not leave a tacky feeling on your lips. Now, closing that video with makeup, there are 3 products that I loved this month. First, there's the powder I've told you about. Then we have those 2 eye pencils. This is a black one that I got in a advent calendar a while ago. This is from the brand Lord & Berry. The other eye pencil is this one. It's brown, and it's from the brand Martin Cosmetics. I recently really enjoyed applying some eye pencil in my waterline. I only have those 2 ones that are quite basic and dark, but I love having colourful ones to add some spice to my makeup looks. I'll show you a picture of me with a black waterline somewhere. That's it for today's video. It was a bit shorter than usual. There were not as many things as the other months, but that's how it is. I'm not going to lie to you guys. There's not been much novelty. I don't know why today I can't speak. My pronunciation has not been the best. I have to practice a bit more. I have to read more in English out loud, because I'm not practicing that much. Anyway, I hope that you're going to have a wonderful day, evening, night, and I'll see you in a future video. Goodbye.